All right, guys, welcome back with another episode of the Producer Free Podcast. My name is Esteban, the host. Today's guest is someone who doesn't just talk about taking risks, he's lived them at the highest level, from teaching himself piano after quitting lessons at 8 to falling in love with music production and turning YouTube beats into real traction. The journey has been anything but traditional, from playing football in Spain to going full-time music career in Australia, recording artists daily, and eventually launching his own studio, generating almost 300,000. Now going beyond music, creating tech platforms and systems, talk about ownership. We are talking to Zahren. How are you, bro?
Very well, very well.
Nice, brother. So I guess just start us off in your journey. Where does it like officially begin? What age and where does it go from there?
Okay, so yeah, starts at about 8 years old. Seven, 8. Started with the piano. I was doing school lessons, and then I like learned just the keys, and then I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like screw this. So then I just started doing it myself. We got a free piano on Facebook, not Facebook Marketplace, Gumtree. I taught myself from like a $20 book from that was from the store.
Mhm.
This, that. YouTube tutorials every day. I started playing just randomly. It wasn't even like forced. It was just random. After I finished that, I kept playing that. I came across a video one day about like some launchpad. Got the launchpad because I was like, oh, this is cool. I want to make light shows and press buttons. I was like fucking 11. Um, After that, straight away, I figured out, I was using Ableton Live. This is what people use to make music. So I jumped on it, used it, and I'm like, I hate this. Then someone made a video on FL Studio. You want to how to make some like Alan Walker remix, how to remake it, and I'm like, what's this?
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, this is mad. So I downloaded this software, and I'm like, okay, this software is mad. So I started making songs in like 2016, 15, 16. Yeah, I was about 12, 13. Kept doing that, this, that. Ended up that was like just for fun. Never really took it serious. Then I went to Spain, played soccer. When I was not playing soccer, there was nothing to do, so I just started making beats, drill beats, on a YouTube channel and releasing like sample packs. And then before you knew it, I had like a bunch of producer friends. I had like 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. I started selling actual beats. Then stopped playing soccer. 2021, came back to Australia after staying there for a year and a half or 2 years in Spain, and then here just started pumping beats. That. Then I ended up running out of money for one studio. Forgot to pay him, so they banned me. Then I went to another studio. The studio shut down. So then I was like, all right, you know what? Fuck all these music studios. Man's gonna open his own studio. So then the
Mhm.
lease, then got the lease. We can go into the details of that after. Got the place, got it, and now I've moved on to the building software.
Okay, so let's like hit a hard pause. So, I mean, a lot of things going on. So, starting at 8 when you got the piano. Oh shoot, can you hear me?
Yeah, cut out for a second.
No,
No,
you're
no,
good.
no, my
So,
thing, yeah.
yeah, you're good. So from starting 8, you got the piano, and then how long did you wait until you transitioned getting to FL? Like, how long of a gap was that? Were you like a certain age?
8 years.
Oh, so it was all at like once basically. So you learned the piano, you got on FL,
No, I'll
then
explain
you
the
go.
difference between it.
Okay. So 16. Then you were 16 when you started like making beats on FL.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Then where does the soccer come from? And like, is the soccer like what like was it? I'm assuming it was
Ah,
professional soccer, or are you
so
playing for
so
like school or like?
so it was La Liga for under 20s,
Mhm.
and I started playing soccer when I was like 4.
Okay,
Bro,
that's crazy.
there's a full YouTube video of like me at the park 18 years ago.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So were you like dreaming of like taking soccer like really far, or was that just kind of something part of your journey since you like did it most of your life?
No, no, that was number one.
Got you. Okay. And then what? I mean, what was the transition for you to be like, you know what? Like instead of soccer being the main priority, like when did like the producing become the main priority, and when did like
Ah,
that shift
they they try to milk the fuck out of me for money in
happen?
Spain. So then I was like, okay, fuck you guys. And then I was like, okay, what's the point of this anymore? And then yeah, that was literally it.
Mm. How did you know, or did you do it out of necessity? Did you start selling beats out of necessity, or did you know, like, you know what, my beats are like good enough, like I might as well try?
Bro, if I sold a beat for $50 once a month, I thought I was a billionaire. Let's just put it like that.
Uh-huh. And you were like what, 19 at that time too?
Nah, not even 18, bro. Probably just 18, like on the dot.
Jesus, a baby, yeah.
50
So then,
bucks is like 30 US, just FYI.
that's crazy. For people who don't know, he's from Australia. But so when you get from there and then you transition and then you build your followers on YouTube, did you, because a lot of producers I see, they either like build personal connections or they try to like build a YouTube. So at the time when you were like recording artists in the studio, were you like focus on the connections or just building your YouTube channel primarily?
Okay, when I was making beats, it was
Uh-huh.
more meeting fuckload of producers. When I was in the studio, it was more meet as many rappers as possible because I see these videos of like all of these like I don't know what it is with this 2026, bro, but I might get violated for this, but everyone that seems to fail at doing something ends up selling a course on it. So I seen like a lot of these producers with like 50K, 100K on Instagram, trying to talk about, and they're like, bro, they're like 18, probably sold like
Right.
5 beats or 10 beats in their life, and they're like, oh, make connections with other producers. Okay, bro. If you're a producer and I'm a producer and I have clients, why am I gonna give my clients to you? So it's like, okay, if I'm gonna, why would I network with another producer? Because if you have 10 artists that you're recording and I have none, why are you gonna magically be giving me your artists for?
Exactly.
Where's the logic?
Hmm.
It's a business at the end of the day. You're not just gonna be like, oh, you know what, bro? Cause you're in my network. Here's a couple artists. Take some money. It doesn't work like that. No, you gotta meet the artists. There's two people you gotta meet. We'll go into this. I'll tell you how I got the studio working because it was
Okay.
real life. Yeah.
Okay. So when you, but what I want to know is this: when you were starting off, how were you building those connections like to begin with? Was it through mutual friends? Was it just like you coldly like reaching out to people? Like how did you even like gain the traction for yourself?
I met one guy who recommended me to another guy that recommended me to another guy that recommended me to another guy. And then I did two famous people. And you did the two famous people, everyone knows about you.
Mm. And who were the two famous people? Were they like Australian famous or like
Yeah, Australian famous, like Sydney
okay,
famous.
like local rappers?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But they were like, bro, like everyone like knows who they are.
Mm. And you got in those rooms just like off recommendations. Did you ask for those recommendations or were they given to you?
Not never asked for a recommendation in my life.
Mm.
Just given. You do a good job, people recommend you.
Mm. And for you personally, like when did the interruption with you like forgetting to pay the studio and then banning you come into play? Was that after or before you
Nah.
worked with the two famous artists?
Oh. Before. No, no. One was after, one was before.
Hmm.
Yeah. Place, man.
So, and can you explain the background story in that? Like, how do you forget to like pay? Was it just like an error on your end or error on their end or like miscommunication?
Bro, bro. Like the way it used to work, and
Hmm.
it was like I understood never to do this for my own studio after this happened because it's the biggest miscommunication. Bro, they used to give me like their keypad to like their place. Like I had their literal lock to open their place and
Hmm.
their keys because I used to go there all the time. And then I went there, and then they were just like, "Oh, pay us after the session, whatever, or like whenever you can." That. And they just never asked me, bro. So I never thought to pay them. And then they hit like 3 months, and some bloke messaged me, "Hey, bro, like waiting, waiting on that $100 still." And I'm like, "What the fuck? Okay, I'll send it now." So I sent it, and then I was like, "Can I book a session?" And they just never responded to me ever again.
crazy. That's crazy. And then you went on to another studio, or you started to create your own
No, no,
studio
I
before
went
you
to
did
another
that.
studio.
Okay.
So the
Uh-huh.
funny story, I went to another studio. Then the guy closed down the studio because like his landlord was just like a dickhead and his lease ran out. And then I told that guy, "Do you want to open a studio?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah, this, that." And then he ended up moving to Melbourne to become a Bitcoin investor. So yeah.
And then how do you land on like even opening your first studio? Because I feel like that in itself is an accomplishment so big that's bigger than most producers will even like start or end up with. You know what I'm saying? So like walk
True.
us through the process.
Okay. If you want to open a studio, if you want
Mhm.
my honest opinion, you can do it for two reasons. One, pure financial motivation, or two, you just want to work on everything in your own time and do it your way without anyone saying anything. There's two ways to do it. Okay, when it comes to opening a studio, you go from it's not even you go up one level, you go up 50. Okay, because when you're making beats, you can make them anytime, you can make them anywhere. It's pretty cheap to make. You ain't got no costs really, bro. When you have a physical location, you have to pay rent for. Different
Mhm.
story, because then you actually have to sell stuff.
Mhm.
You have to somehow
Exactly.
convince someone to come through your door. So how does it work? Okay, first you have to have I call it you have to have big nuts. Okay, that's number one. You have to be ready to be like, okay, I might lose like God knows how much money. That's step number one. You have to like nothing can phase you. You have to be like mentally ready for like, okay, if I have 100,000 or something, whatever I have in the bank, like that could all go in like 2 months. That's number one. What you have to do in terms of actually finding a studio, you need to find commercial property. You probably have to look at like 200 of them to get even a like you find 200 of them. Then you gotta go look at them in person, inspect them. Then you
Mhm.
gotta once you inspect them, you gotta make sure they're up to date. Most of them aren't gonna be. There's gonna be a lot of things wrong with them. You're gonna have either too much noise outside the studio. You're on a main
Mhm.
road. Something's wrong with the wall. Something's wrong with the plumbing. Some things like that. To find something that's like in condition and great and in a great area, because you also want to be in an area, especially if you're doing a multiple people, where there's like, I don't know about the US, but in Sydney there's
Mhm.
like middle ground areas when there's no
Mhm.
like sides beefing each other. Okay, if you go to one area, it's like one gang. The other gang ain't gonna go there.
Mhm.
You go to this area, the other gang ain't gonna go there. You gotta find a nice middle ground. Okay? Once you find a middle ground, you gotta take a look at the place. You gotta tell the landlord what you're up to. If you want to make any changes onto the place, you gotta, tell him, okay, it's a music studio, that's gonna happen. You have to make sure you're able to trade 24 hours a day because a lot of your sessions are gonna be at night. No one's gonna really wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning and say, "Let me go record a song." That's very rare. It's usually
Mhm.
like 11 o'clock at night is when you'll start, honestly, or 9 o'clock, something around that. So once you do that and everything, um, then comes to the point where you got to deck everything out. For me, I had all the gear ready because I basically had it at home. I had all the speakers. I had to buy the only thing I really had to buy was like a microphone or two of them, two microphones, and like the LED, and then straight away when I got to the place, thought to think of the business, what you want to call it. For me, it was just Echo. It was simple, four letters, already to do with music, sound, whatever. Um, Started building in the interior of the studio. Started putting everything in slowly over 2 months. All the desk, tables. I got all the electrical done with my mates. They did all the lights, everything. You have to create like not like an experience, but it's side of an experience as well. When someone walks in and like, yeah, this is mad, you know. Especially because I knew from the get go my demographic was all rappers. It was not going to be some guy coming in to like rent a studio to make house music. That was never going to happen. So I know what rappers want, bro. They want Red Bull. bro, they usually come down fucking with chicks in the studio. They want good speakers. You know, I put separate speaker systems in there. I put fucking turntables, bro.
Real quick, I want to take a brief pause from the episode to share something that can genuinely help you if you're a producer. Most producers spend hours scrolling through Spotify or Instagram trying to find artists that match their sound. The problem is that most of the time, you're searching blindly and hoping you come across the right fit. That's where Producer Fury comes in. Producer Fury's Finder tool helps you discover artists in your specific niche based on how they sound. You can also filter artists by Spotify monthly listeners and Instagram followers, making it easy to find artists that fit the exact stage of growth you're looking to work with. Check out Producer Fury for yourself. Click the link in the description and use promo code ESTE407 to get 20% off your membership. Now back to the episode.
I put turntables and like I had fucking DJs going on. Like you could DJ
It's crazy.
subwoofers. Like I'll send you the footage, bro. You can see it. So once you have that, you know, the first thing, like, do not do what I did, because like I'll tell you now, don't ever do it. Where like, for me, bro, I just I just YOLO'd it. So I just took 15,000 because that's all I had. I put on the lease. So the lease normally for commercial leases, you have to pay 3 months upfront of rent as a bond, and then you have to pay 1 month rent in advance. So it's not like the housing where you can just put it 2 weeks and that's it. So I had to put like the lease. My lease was, if I remember, $3,514 a month. It was about $850 a week. Okay. Yeah, it was a nice place, 2 levels, whatever. $850 a week it costs for that. Now with that, basically, I had spent every cent on the bond and the first month rent. Okay.
Crazy.
But I negotiated with the landlord. Obviously, I had paid 1 month rent up front. I got 1 month rent free. So I basically, like, when I launched that place, had like 2 months to come up with money to pay for everything, or like, you know, that place wasn't going to exist. So it was just like hardcore hustle.
So was it just you primarily, like engineering and producing, or did you have people working for you too?
I eventually had people working, but at the start it was just me.
How many artists do you think you were recording? How many hours do you think you were working those first couple months when it was just you?
First couple months, first half a year, we did probably like, in total sessions, I can tell you now, actually, give me a second. 47 different artists.
That's more than one artist a day then. Like, right? Or about a day, like, or almost one a day. That's almost like one artist a day or more than one a day.
Yeah, pretty much recurring, yeah.
So what I want to hear is actually the backstory on how you ended up at that place, because I know we talked about it, but obviously people listening are not gonna know. Like, uh, do you know what I'm talking about in terms of like when you got the phone call about the place and where you're at? You mind sharing that
Okay,
story?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see where we're at.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I was like fucking 20, when I opened the studio anyway, when I was working in clubs, and you know, I was sick one day. You know what? I'm gonna add someone in this. I was sick one day, and my boss said, "Oh, don't be gay. Come anyway." And you know, I'm Arab, so like that hurt my pride, because I was sick, bro. And I'm like, all right, you know what? Fuck you. I'm gonna come anyway. So I went, and then I was stupid. I decided to get lit. Bro, I was in the bottle service, and it was like 15 chicks. What do you want me to do? I have to. I absolutely have to at 20. So then that happened, and then, bro, I go to his house, and I'm like, going to sleep, bro. And I'm like, my chest hurts, and he's like, oh, you probably just have like heartburn or something. And I'm like, you know what, probably right. Then I wake up in the morning, lad, and I'm going to tell you, my mate called me Jesus for this, and I'll tell you why after. Okay? And then I woke up in the morning, I slept at his house. He lives in like 30 minutes away from where I live, whatever, in the city. Da, da, da. I'm like, bro, it still hurts. Like, it's getting worse. But it wasn't, like, unbearable.
Mhm.
Anyway, he's like, all right, bro, check it out. Da, 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 da. Anyway, I got home. Then it's Easter. This is Easter. Okay, Easter 2024. Good Friday now. This is Good Friday. Okay? So then what happens is I go home and I'm like, I was with my best mate, bro. And I'm like, you know
Mhm.
what? I want to get me and you Wagyu steaks. So I go to the butcher. And we're trying to find a butcher that's open on Good Friday.
Mhm.
Because it's basically impossible. Everything's closed. I don't know about US, but in Australia, everything's closed. It's like the biggest public holiday of the year, basically, other than Christmas. We go, I found these two Wagyus. I buy them. It was fucking $300. 2 pieces of meat. Whatever. I was like, I want to get me and you Wagyu because I've never had this before. I kept seeing it on
Mhm.
TikTok. Like people eating it. I'm like, I need to have it. So then I get those and I'm next to the pharmacy and like it's still hurting, bro. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go buy some fucking pain relief or some shit. So then I I go and like I found like Panadol or something. Do you have Panadol in the US?
I have no idea what that is. What is that?
Paracetamol.
Maybe I don't. I personally never heard.
Okay, it's called paracetamol, the actual drug. It's what they use when you're sick, like you have pain. It's like a tablet. Anyway, I have it, whatever. Driving back to my house, it just like it's getting worse, bro. So I'm like, okay, fuck this. Like it became so bad. I'm like, bro, take me hospital right now. So then he starts driving this that. I get to the hospital and I go to this receptionist lady, and I'm like, my chest is absolutely killing me at that point. And she's like, all right, let me get you a doctor, this, that. They get me a doctor. This guy's doing all these tests to me. And then I hear this doctor go, oh, fuck. Lad, I'm sitting there like, why is my doctor going, oh, fuck, cuz? And then I'm just thinking, I'm like, the fuck you mean, oh, fuck, bro? Anyway, so then this guy fucking takes me to another room, does more tests, this, that, 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 that. And then they're like, oh, they wouldn't tell me what's going on. And then they told me after like 2 hours, or like, you're having fucking like heart failure. I'm like, the fuck?
Crazy.
Anyways, so then they give me like, I'm like with my mate, and then like my mum comes, and then like my dad comes, and then like they inject like 4 billion things into me, whatever. Anyway,
It's
I'm
crazy.
chilling there. I'm in the hospital for a week. And I'm in the hospital for a week in a bed. So it's like almost like just like, yeah. But I have my laptop, so I'm still applying for these fucking bullshit properties. Okay? And while I'm applying for these properties, it got to like the end of my stay there, like 5 days. They told me like what happened. So I won't get into too much details. I got some bullshit like infection, basically, that like 1 in a billion chance of getting, that like your immune system just attacks itself. And that's what
It's
happened.
crazy.
Anyway, it was like the 5th day there. I'm still applying for commercial property, trying to find it. Bro, this agent calls me. He's like, "You want to come today?" I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." So like, I fool, bro. Just I'm with my mate, and I just changed my clothes. I went to the shopping center. Also, my Australians will know if you clip this, okay? I was in Westmead Hospital, Parramatta Westfield. I went to Parramatta Westfield, which is 10 minutes basically, not even like from that place. I went there. I bought a T-shirt. I came back. I said to my mum, "Oh, I went shopping, this, that, that." When my mum and everyone left, I took the hospital stupid fucking monitoring machine with me, and then when I took the monitoring machine with me, I full just gapped the hospital to go to this place, bro. I caught the train. And I still remember what happened. I caught the train from Westmead to Central, straight to Central. I crossed over from Central to Green Square. And then I caught one of those $5. Do you have like those Lime bikes in America?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
We
they
call them
have
city
Lime
bikes.
bikes in America. They got Lime
Yeah.
bikes. I jumped on those $5 electric bikes from there to the place. And then I went there, and I'm just like, yeah, yeah. I walked into it. Bro, the second I walked into it, I'm like, this is fucking mad. I told the guy, I'm like, send me the paperwork. And in the hospital, I got a call from the hospital. They're like, where are you? And I'm like, oh, I'm just downstairs having a cigarette. I just feel talking shit to them. I was like, I'll be back soon. They're like, all right. And then I went back, and then yeah, that's how I got the place there.
Crazy. So you also mentioned like having a basically having like a down payment, what we call in America, like a down payment of like 15,000. Like, do you mind like going through that process and like explaining like how you even have a down payment? I mean, most people I think at 20 probably don't have $1,000 in their name.
Okay, okay. So, bro, like, to the story. Um, can I get a coffee quickly? It's literally in my fridge. Give me
Go
10
ahead,
seconds. Thank you.
do your thing. I can cut it out.
Bro, I literally slept like 4 hours. I just woke up just for this.
You're good.
I don't know if you have these in the US, bro. But I want to put you onto them. It's called Boss Coffee.
Boss? Nope, never heard of it,
If you ever come to Australia, you're gonna
say
start
less,
fucking shipping it to where you live.
bro. So
Okay.
what were we talking about?
How do I get the money?
The yeah.
Okay. I'm 20 years old with no credit history. Okay.
Mhm.
Actually, I had credit history and I fucked it. Let me
Okay.
let me rephrase that. I actually just remembered I had something with credit history, and I didn't know how credit or money worked, bro. I don't know what normal 20 I don't know, bro. The 20-year-olds I know now are like full like stressing about like fucking money, but when I was 20, bro, like I wanted to like own a business or whatever, but like I wasn't like fucking. I didn't know the fucking capital gains and fucking uh, credit scores and credit cards or any of that shit. Like I didn't even know they fucking like half of them existed. I was just like, okay, because no one around me had a fucking credit card, bro. Or any of that shit.
Mhm.
Anyway, so my dumbass doesn't know how to credit work, so I start calling like fucking 400 lenders, bro. And I'm like, give me a loan, give me a loan. I need money, I need this much, I need this much. Obviously, they all told me get fucked, but what I didn't know is that every time I applied for one,
Bro.
they put a hard search inquiry on your credit. I didn't know that. They hard search your credit file, which obviously,
Yes.
when you have fucking like 50 calls or 50 credit inquiries in like 1 month
Mhm.
on your credit thing, to lenders that just like you basically look to them like you're about to go fucking bankrupt, bro.
Mhm.
So every loan company, I swear to God, bro, I called every company in Australia. I swear to God, I called every one of them. And they all told me the same thing. And every broker, not sorry, can't happen, that, this, that. Fuck you guys. So then I went to my dad, bro, stepdad, and I was like, I'm like, cuz straight out, like, I got this property, I got the studio, but like, no one's giving me cash. Can you give me cash? He's like, oh, let me think about it, cause he knows I'm a fuckwit with money as well. I'm like, cuz, don't worry, bro. I got all these clients. I got this whole plan. Like, that, this is gonna happen. And eventually, like, he ended up giving it to me, but just that amount, the 15. I'm like, all right, pay back. That's how I got the money. But fucking, bro, destroyed my credit. And you know what? I got more stories for you when it comes to finance. When I had that studio.
Mhm. That's crazy. Well, people don't never like realize like when you do the hard credit check, I think it's like 5 points. So if you called like
It's probably
50
more. It's
hard
probably more.
pulls,
It's probably more.
that's like 250 points plus. Like, bro, like,
So I did a hard
that's
search.
crazy.
I did a hard
Yeah.
search recent. I did a hard search recently because
Uh-huh.
I'm just about to buy a car because I blew the fucking engine in my car the other day while driving. At 3 o'clock in the morning, like the whole engine has RIP, bro. Anyway, I said fuck that car, I want a new one. So I'm trying to buy a Ford Mustang.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Anyway,
So, so once you finally, after like destroying your credit and then getting it from your stepdad, I mean, you must have been super persuasive because if I was somebody's stepdad, I probably wouldn't give them a down payment, a down
I would
payment.
not give someone 15 grand. I would
But
not give myself 15 grand, bro.
in
I'm
all
cooking right now.
honesty,
There's no way.
how confident were you that you were gonna like actually pay him back and it be successful? And like, how much time did you have to like actually be successful,
Look,
like knowing that this was a
my
failure,
mum had me saved in her phone as Mr. Invincible. Let's just put it
bro?
that way. Bro, I used to think that, like, and you know what? I still do. I don't give a fuck. If anyone says I am Mr. Invincible. Like, I am untouchable, bro. Like, everything just works in my favor.
You think that's luck or
And
that's just pure like hard work?
if it doesn't work in my favor, I'll brute force it too. I'll make it work in my favor. You can make anything work in your favor.
In that case, like the first month, did you see like any projections where you felt like it wasn't gonna work and then you kind of brute forced your
I thought I
way,
was
or
going
did it all
bankrupt.
naturally happen?
I thought I was going
That's
bankrupt.
scary. That's so scary.
Bro, okay. I had that place the first 2 months. I ended up just making enough money. Bro, I was borrowing money left, right, fucking center for the first 6 months, bro. I never told anyone about it, bro.
Holy
I was
crap.
taking out because I was making some money, like money at that stage. You know, loan companies would give me loans, bro. I'd be taking out like 5K loan at like 49% interest rates, 50% interest. Fucked up, like the max interest you can buy, basically. I'll take a 5K, 5K. I'm gonna tell you how much I actually fucking took out during that place. I can tell you right now. 5,000 plus 5,000 plus 5,000 plus 2,000 plus 13,500 plus 10,000 plus 2,000 plus 2,000
Jesus Christ, dude.
plus 2,000.
I'd be so stressed. I mean, I've had a $7,000 credit card and I remember I maxed it out, but I paid it off. But still, I can imagine, bro. Like, holy crap,
$42,500 in half a year.
holy crap. Not including the 15. So then, when do you start like actually profiting? Like, when does it start like turning around for you?
After, like, bro, fucking, the margins on those are like, bro, you basically have to be prepared for like death off the start. Margin comes way later.
Mm.
Margin comes after. But the good thing was like, for me personally, it was good because with that money, I could basically, like, how do I explain it? I was still a dickhead. I blasted every cent. I told you this.
That's crazy.
Okay? I
Hmm.
was like, I was doing stupid shit. I'm like, oh, yay, I made like $4,000 this week or 5,000, which I
Holy
don't,
crap.
that'd probably be like, I don't know how much that is in a AUD to USD. That's like 3,500 USD a week.
It's crazy.
I don't know what the fuck you can do with that in America, but in Australia, you can do a fuckload with that.
You could do a lot here too, depending where you're at. Especially if you're like in a Miami or New York, like somewhere like where money talks and you can buy nice things. So how long did you have that running then? Like just like the studio and like what did it do? Like how much did it produce? If you're making like almost 3.5K a week, like like at the end of it, like what do you think you made if you had to take a guess?
Okay. I can tell you now, actually. I could fucking. Do you wanna?
You have like a spreadsheet, like
Of course, bro. I
a.
can give you a profit and loss
That's
right now.
crazy. That's
Give me a
crazy.
second. I'll log in for you. Oh, I have to do all my accounting. Legal. You know, I'm a legal man. Unless I take cash. That usually just ends up in a fucking Dragon Link machine.
Mm. What's a Dragon Link machine?
The slots?
Like casinos?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh, I love those places, bro. Don't get me started on that.
Uh,
I'll go right now.
mm. You seem like do you, would you say like you're a gambler in life in general? Like you seem like you
Bro,
take risk,
I take
like
bro.
huge risk.
I always, you know what my problem is? I always end up winning gambling, but then I just like I'm like I want to win more.
Yeah, no, that's I think that's what most people do, and then they end up losing it. Like, have you ever
Yeah,
found yourself in a situation?
that ends up happening every time. Because I'm the person, bro. I would rather lose 300. I want to hit the $1 million at once. I don't want to
Mm,
hit 500, 500, 500. I want to hit just one jackpot. You know, so, some people like you play baseball, they want to run one base at a time. Nah, brother, I would rather just hit home runs. It's more interesting to me. Let's go reporting. Report backs. What's this? Reporting reports. Give me a second. I'm finding it is profit and loss. You see everything here. How much I
yeah.
spent on absolutely everything.
Holy crap! For people watching this, 272,345 actual. Wait, so holy
Okay,
crap,
so
bro.
other income is
Uh
loans.
huh.
44,000.
Uh huh.
And operational income is actually loans as well. It's more. 60,000 finance.
Holy crap. 200,000 in sales is insane, though, bro. Like 40,000 in other income is insane, though. That's insane, bro.
You can see how much everything was spent. 7,000 was spent on marketing. You know, my biggest cost. Contractors was 2,500. Subscriptions and online fees was 11,000.
Mm-hmm.
Office like expenses and supplies 24,000. Payroll that wasn't much because I
It's
paid that
crazy.
for a contractor. Rent 36,000. Staff shit 4.5. Staff food like to feed them 9.8 thousand.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's there. It's all here.
All the Uber Eats. That's crazy.
All the
Did yeah. Did you at ever time like did you in the moment did you ever realize like it was that much or like were you just looking at it like because it must have been coming so fast you never really looked at it like that, you know what I mean?
Bro, I fucking didn't know what the fuck was going on my fucking bank. I was doing everything off a fucking
Mm,
Excel spreadsheet.
mm.
And like,
So
yeah,
then and then up until when how long was that studio open for, like a year, 2 years?
about a year and a half.
A year and a half, grossing
Yeah,
272,000. That's like I mean I feel like I don't know what most studios do, but I don't think most studios do that well that quickly, like.
I don't know how much that is. 345
Hmm.
divided by what's 52 times plus 26? 52 78. Yeah, that's right. That's what I told you about 3,500 a week. Yeah, yeah, that's average. Yeah, it seems about right. Yeah, that's how much. That's how much it was netting. Yeah, divide that by 7 days. Or yeah, I was trading about 7 days. Yeah, it was about 490. Oh, I was only trading really yeah, it was about average, like one session. Yeah, that seems about average 500. Yeah.
Hmm. Was the time that you worked worth the money that you made? Because I know some people own businesses and they work like
No,
retarded hours.
you
Like they
become a
work.
slave to your business in this business, bro. I'm telling
Mm,
you.
mm. And is that why eventually for you it's like something you put away, like you closed the studio? Was it for that like specific reasoning?
Pretty much. But I thought there was
Mm,
like, I looked at it, bro, and I'm like, you can never leave this place, bro, unless you own like
mm,
fucking 100 of them. Because the
mm,
customer, the clientele, I don't know about US, bro, but here,
mm.
no one has. Everyone's broke as shit, bro. Like in America, like there's so much. Like if I was to open a studio in America, I swear to God, I could probably put like that number from two. I could change it to five, or on a UK in London or something.
Well,
Easy.
to be fair, like the United States is like way bigger than Australia, and I guess it depends on like where you would have it. Like maybe places like Miami, New York, like
But
LA, like
the thing is, the rappers make a lot more money there than they can here,
it's a good point. It's a
so
good
they
point. The
spend
market's
more,
bigger.
and
Yeah.
they got more money there, bro. I'm telling you to spend on shit like this than here. Like it's like opening a club in Miami versus Sydney, bro. You know, you're gonna make a shitload more in Miami than Sydney.
So like during this period, were you already like involved in the nightlife, or did the nightlife
Yeah,
kind of
I
come
was.
before all this?
Nightlife came to me. I didn't choose. I didn't choose this life. This life chose me.
So then, how does that all fall into place? Like, when do you officially like call it quits on like the studio, and then also like when do you enter like the nightlife and like hosting club events and stuff like that?
Oh, called it quits on. You know what? It's in my calendar somewhere. I think 20 something of June 2025. So
Hmm.
it's actually nearly very close to this year. This time last year, I just got home one day and I'm like, bro, fuck this. Like I was thinking about it for a while. I remember I actually sent. I did one last Hail Mary on the place because I tried to get it running without me. You know what? I'll actually show you because I turned my fucking club page into um what's it called? The techno page. But if I go onto this, um just blur out any names if I show you, but you can show the messages. I don't give a shit.
Okay, no biggie.
Um I sent the last message, 26th of June, 2025. Okay?
Hmm.
I wanted to basically autopilot that place and see if I play it. So I sent this message to all my clients. And I said, if no one takes this, I'm closing the place down. Because you can see here, it's always just someone fucking asking, lock me in, you know what I mean? All the time.
Yeah.
Lock me in, you know, stay till 5:30. It's just always link, 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 link. Anyway, um, so I sent this message here. You can read that if you want. Take a look at that.
Hmm. Okay, it's kind of like a special, basically.
Uh-huh. I wanted to basically like autopilot that place at like 10, 20, 15,000 a month, basically.
Mm.
Okay. And I just pay the rent 3,000 and I will just take 12,000 off it. I do nothing. I'm like, okay, whatever. All of them basically said this isn't going to work for them. And that's why I knew like, nah, fuck this. That's it. It's done.
Yeah.
The second that happened, I remember I went home like that literal day. This was at 3 o'clock. Yeah. I went home at like 8 and I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. And then,
Did
yeah.
you already have your next step in mind, like what you were gonna do next, or were you
No,
like bulldogging it, like fuck it, I'll just
no.
figure it out
I've
again?
never, bro. I love how people like. Look, I'm all for having a plan and like trying to figure anything out. But I've noticed that, bro. Like, just life does not work like that, bro. It's like, okay, oh, my next step is I'm gonna go do this. It's that like it works until like it doesn't. I never do any
Hmm.
of that. I wing everything, bro. It's just like, yeah, let's do this. Okay, fuck it, let's go.
So then, if that's the case, can you tell people like what you do now, and then like how you fell into that?
Now, okay, now I'm building software, like for producers and stuff, where you can basically fucking buy beats. So, okay, I'm gonna explain this as simple as possible. Imagine TikTok. Everyone knows what TikTok is. You swipe and shit. Okay, I'm building TikTok, but for buying beats. Okay, so you could swipe and artists and producers. Okay, I'm gonna actually show you what the UI looks like. You guys can take a look. You get full permission. So I'm building an app that's basically TikTok, okay, for buying beats. It's called Remek, okay? And what it is like it'll be beats going on, okay, full like same style, and it plays 15-second previews of your beat, okay? Because I've noticed when I had the studio, artists only need 15 seconds to choose to know whether they like a beat or not, okay? And I'm simplifying the whole process. I'm not reinventing the wheel. Artists find beats one of three ways: Instagram, YouTube, or emails, okay? Emails gets cluttery. They're not always going to see it. It's a bit of a head fuck. They got to listen to it, click on a beat, listen, okay, get out. Same with YouTube. Bro, if I want to go find a beat on YouTube, do you want to see how long it takes? Let's say I go on YouTube, okay? I'm going to show you how long it takes an artist to find a beat. If I go on YouTube and I go here, I don't know, trap beat, Travis Scott. Okay, let's go here. Okay, don't like it. Next. Don't like it. Next.
We can't
Advertisement.
we can't hear it on our end, but
Okay,
I
you
get
can't
it.
hear it.
Yeah.
Advertisement.
Hmm.
Thumbs up. Don't like it. It's slow, bro. This is literally listen. Okay, don't like, swipe, and you can do it from anywhere. Everyone's always on their phone. Now, if you like the beat, you can continue to listen to the whole thing. Okay, you'll click on it, and if you want to buy it, you literally click this button here. It'll give you the licensing options: free, basic, gold, exclusive, whatever the fuck you set up. Okay, you can view the agreements live. Okay, and you can buy it on the spot. Can I go back on my app or nah? Okay, you can buy it on the spot. You have your cart here where it'll show you that. You can apply promo codes, which we set up obviously. Whatever, you have your full cart. Check out on the spot. You can see someone's profile on the spot. So on the producer's page, you'll see their beats, which you can link your beats, your sound kits. You can sell sound kits, and you can have collections. So you can have like melody loops, one-shot instruments. You can have playlists like drill beats, etc., like that. Websites going on. You have stories available. So you have like Instagram stories. You can do the same thing. So if I go here, I can click on someone's story, and they can post what's going on like live. Okay,
Hmm.
post what's going on live. You have community chats, so you can create a community. Okay, you can also talk to people just like you can do on Instagram, message request, stuff like that. Talk to people. Glad you liked my beat, whatever. You can make a group chats with your producers, your friends, whatever. You can also join communities. Full on group chat working. You upload beats. You can upload videos straight from your phone. So you can upload videos here. Go add title, description, and you can link to beat. Okay. Now linking to beat means you can actually record a 10-second video as if you were going to post it on TikTok with like you
Hmm.
like looking into the camera going like yeah. And this link to beat, you can click on select beat here, and you can link your video to a beat. So when they see a video, they can click on it and it goes to the beat. So that reminds me, it's like you can make like 100 pieces of content for your beat if you really wanted to. Okay,
Hmm.
this works the exact same as like a TikTok or anything. Okay, this explore page, we've added a free beat marketplace, so there's free beats that artists can see, and you can use tokens to put your beats on the free beat marketplace if you want to like get some like hook people to your page, whatever. You got everything here, notifications. And there's also a client version for the web where I have it where they be able to see the dashboard. So if I go here, that's mobile app. If I go here to this, there's actually a web. There's obviously mobile and there's web, and there's a dashboard. So I'll show you what the dashboard looks like, the prototype for now, because as I said, this isn't all done. But go to the prototype on your producer's screen. You have a full dashboard where how much revenue you did, how many artists you've done, how many sales you've done. Your users. You got a full CRM of your like who's interacting with you. Your admin panel. You got settings, that type of stuff. And if I go to the desktop app as well, website, there's it's the same thing on the web. So it's a website and mobile app. Same thing. Okay. Upload everything. You got your chats, home, cart. Same thing. You work on both. So yeah, that's what I'm building at the moment. It's just taking
For
me a
you,
shitload of time.
for you personally, like, do you see any cons? Like, do you see any like drawbacks, or like, have you already thought about that? Like, anything that you think will go wrong with this app?
Convincing people to switch to it is what's going to be hard.
Is it because
Um,
BeatStars has a chokehold on all producers right
of
now?
course, they have market. They
Yeah,
don't have a chokehold. They have market share.
yeah.
Well, that's the whole game, trying to own market share. But yeah, this gives everyone a fair chance. That's another thing. So the way it works is I'm gonna try launch this as an artist because you know what? I'll give this to you. Where's Notion? Because I actually was an ex developer. So if I go here to Remek HQ, not Rick, here, um, I have everything here, bro. All the docs, producer systems, our revenue, like in app, everything. If I go artist tutorial PDF. What do you mean access denied? It's my account. This thing's always fucking with me, man. Okay, here we go. So, is it the right one? No, that's artist in-app tutorial. I want the artist flow. Where is it? Give me a second. I want to show you this.
Okay.
Artist personalization. Okay, yeah. The second I launch the app, bro, they'll get welcome to Remek. Like, here's how to find your sound, like a full tutorial. Okay. Just straight away when they open, it'll say what type of music are you into. Okay. Trap, drill, hip hop, whatever, and then influencers. Who's their influencers? Yeah. And then what's their goal? And straight away, bro, the AI will detect what type of shit they like, and their feed will be displayed with it. It's not random. They're able to select interest. And with the interest, with the producers, it listens to the sound, and because AI has become so advanced, it listens to the sound that they like, and they can choose actual songs from like massive, like big artists that they like, and what's it called? It'll listen and try to match to a producer's sound. So it doesn't matter how many fucking followers you have on the app or listens. If it's right for you, it'll match you. And that's the biggest thing producers have always had an issue with. But yeah, bro, we're ready to like basically in terms of like social media and everything. Like, I got everything here, bro. I got like the whole producers like fucking incentive, like how the tokens. There's tokens gonna be in the app for artists and stuff like that. And like all the developers, like they have this, and there's a full team working on that, bro.
So what's like the projection for you? Like when do you plan on releasing it?
2027.
2027. So then what are you doing in the meantime? Like is there something that you're currently doing to like support this like
Just
idea and
just running nightclubs.
and then like what's running the nightclubs? Like what's that scene like and like what do you do exactly?
Huh? Just run an event, bro. It's a hard techno event. I know it sounds like bare random, considering what I do, but man, can I share? We're running events, so you can take a look here. See this?
That's crazy.
And that's doing really well. That pumps, fucking it's amazing. Like the shit from that, bro. And we pumped the last event absolutely fucking like. Yeah, full on like production.
How'd you go from like the studio then like the nightclub? Like what was that transition like?
I was always working in clubs, and I was like, bro, my original plan was to like have a fucking like full record label, like Echo fucking label, Echo nightclub, and then like just the scene here, like that all fell apart, and I'm like fucking running R&B hip hop club in Sydney. That's what happened. I was always working. I've been like involved in nightclub like since I was like 18. I'm 22 now, 4 years.
And who gave you like a chance? Like who was crazy enough to be like, yeah, sure, I'll trust this kid and like let him promote his.
Shout out Jimmy Toro. I don't follow him on this account. I'm a shit guy. This guy, this guy, and Steve Zappa. I want to give him a shout out.
And they're both DJs.
Yeah, they're both DJs, and they own, which I work. This club, the biggest club in Sydney, La Cueva. This place does over 1,000 people are on night, bro.
Wow. Holy crap.
So I got in with him Because I told him, let me do your TikTok for free because he didn't have no TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And now the TikTok, I'm not logged in here, but I have it on my phone, has 303,000 followers, bro.
It's crazy. And you started with 0 when you made it. Like it was like
Zero.
nothing.
Like 50 followers, bro. I still remember it was 2023. And like all the videos, bro, there's some like just viral shit, bro, going on. Even I'm in the fucking video.
Hi, excuse me. Are you single?
As a matter of fact, I am.
No way.
How are you? Oh my god, you started long.
Yo, give that guy an Oscar. Were you always that savvy with like social media? Like you kind of
Yeah,
already
bro.
understood
I've
the
always
assignment?
been like, yeah. So originally, I had a fucking like I was drop shipping these fucking slides. So I started off drop shipping. That's why I have a fucking folder here called e-commerce. Everything's here. And I had a company. It was called Cloudwalker. Okay, and we basically sold these things. See, I still have them. Like fucking these things. Okay, these slippers. And you know what? I was fucking making money, bro. Until fucking Sheen and shit started selling it for like $4.
Bro.
How am I meant to compete, bro? They have
Mm,
unlimited marketing budget, unlimited money,
mm.
and mine were like 40, bro. I had no margin.
That's crazy. That's
So
crazy.
I got driven out of business. I learned a lesson that day.
That's crazy. So did you learn how to build organic traffic or did you learn how to like do it through ads or both?
Nah, I've always been a big fanatic of spend money on ads. I hate organic. I don't. Organic's great, but I don't like to rely on luck. If you can
Mm,
get organic, great for you. If you can do it, like I always preach to try to get organic traction. But if you can't get organic traction, buy the traffic. It's always best when you post something as simple as this. So go here, and let's say I run a techno event, and I want techno people to see this. I go boost reel, and I click who should see my ad? Hard Techno Sydney. Men and women aged between age and 35, and they're into techno music festivals and electronic dance music. And I can see how much people it's going to hit by how much money I put into it. I would rather that than a fucking algorithm that I don't know whether it likes my content or not. You know?
mm,
At the
mhm.
end of the day.
Do you
And I'm
think
pun
more
intended as well, but I got
producers
69 posts.
you do you think more producers should do that? Like more producers should be running
I did
ads
it.
to
I was
bring more
running ads.
artists?
I was running ads on
Really?
my bro, in the studio and like even my personal
Mm,
brand, bro. On my other accounts, I was running ads all the time, like $1,000, like things. Yeah, so you rich people,
mhm,
bro.
mm.
Like you could do it organic, but it's probably much slower.
Super, very.
That's what I'm saying.
Hmm.
It's
Unless
probably
you want to do social media full time, literally, then like that's what it's gonna take.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, bro, you should like if I go dashboard, if I go ads, I should be able to see previous ads here somewhere.
Have you ever had an ad that like flops and like what makes the difference between a good ad and a bad ad?
Uh, depends what your objective is. Like, obviously, at the end of the day, if your objective is for views, like you want obviously the cheapest custom acquisition cost, but it depends on like the type of view that you want, like who it's coming from. Does the person actually care about your thing? So a good ad
Hmm.
will serve the purpose that you want. Like your right cut, your right audience watching it. A bad ad will give you. I would rather. The reason I don't use metas like automatic targeting and stuff like that is because it might just find the cheapest traffic for me, which I don't always want. I would rather pay more for a customer that's gonna pay to come. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
So at the end of the day, it's just about, I guess, there's two things. There's creative fatigue, where if someone sees your ad too much, they start to get fatigued by it. They stop clicking on it. So you have to change the creatives pretty often. But I mean, at the end of the day, my ads go good. Like my average like cost per profile view is 50 cents. So it cost me 50 cents for someone to click on that profile. And from that 50 cents, if they buy a ticket, you know, there's a like $29 margin.
Not bad.
From them, from the customer. And then they can become a repeat customer, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So what about people who don't have a budget? Like, do you think budget makes a huge difference, or do you think you can start small and
Of course, money makes
yeah?
money, but I mean, if you don't have what's it called, any budget, you can always start for free, bro. Just start like you can run a like you could run a fucking party in a fucking like abandoned fucking house, bro. Just as long as you start a community, like
Mm.
you're fine. It just depends how you want to do it. Like for me, I prefer going large scale because you know I've been in clubs 4 years. I understand how they work. So I'd rather go straight into that. But if I had no experience at all, I'd just start running house parties, bro. Honestly, I would start by running a house party. It's probably the best way.
Mm. Let's just say you were a producer, because a lot of producers are gonna watch this, and you wanted to like make money selling your beats, and you had no budget, but you want to build a budget to throw ads out there. Like,
Become
how
a
would you
DJ.
start from scratch?
Become a
Okay,
DJ. DJs
and
make
why?
$100. DJs make $100 an hour. The simplest thing. I have a friend who I put on to become a DJ. I ran a free DJ school. He's a producer. He probably makes so much money now DJing. He's become fucking famous, bro. He plays everywhere now in 1 year. This is my mate. And like you can see, bro, this guy full messages me. Like, I love this guy. He's like one of my like good friends, bro. He's always messaging me, like thanking me. Like, bro, like, love you forever, grateful.
So how does someone like him like even get started, like, and then
So he
eventually
was a
end up in
producer.
that place?
He was a producer.
Okay.
I met him 3
Uh-huh.
years ago. He was a producer, okay?
Uh,
Then I told him how to DJ. I ran a DJ school, okay? And bro, I'll show you. I still have all the like footage from it and everything. If I go here, what's it called? I'll show you a second. Here, instruments. We've got echo. Sorry, I have fucking 50 million.
You're good.
Where's
I think you're the first person to share their screen ever.
Really?
So you're good. Yeah.
I always have to give 2025 content for post. Let's go here. That's not here. 2025 May. Nope. Reels maybe. Yeah, here you go. All right. So this is him. Here, just learning how to DJ.
Oh, you look young.
Forward. That's it. Now get ready to make flip it. Hands there. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good man. Dance. Good man. Hey.
Important, dance.
It's important. Get the dance. Keep it going. Good man.
Yo, that's hilarious.
So I told
You
him
ran a
how to
DJ school? That is hilarious. Yo,
Right.
that is crazy.
I taught them how to DJ, like
Uh-huh.
properly, like fully how to DJ. And look, I still have all the images, like all the shit I had to use, like with the fucking BPM and like it was a full-on thing, bro. Like what song structure. I taught them everything in 4 weeks, 4 sessions, how to DJ completely from scratch. Okay, I fucking still have all the docs and shit, bro. Yeah, Y theory, what is BPM, like.
Bro. So how does somebody like him land his first gig? Like, do you teach that, or like how does that work?
Yeah, like I told them how to. They obviously went on their own, like to figure it out. This guy's very good at networking, so he's smart, bro.
Mhm.
At the end of the day, you want people to book you, you have to support them. They have to like you. Everything's human relations, okay? Okay, everything's human relations and psychological. So this guy went out, met a shitload of people, started playing some lower gigs, started going out to the clubs he wanted to DJ, met everyone, got himself an open set, played good, you know, he kept making content, this, that, played a better set, content, and eventually started getting clubs booming, and bro, like now he's playing fucking everywhere. Look at him, bro, fucking.
Looking at Youngie's Instagram. To every nigga looking at Youngie's Instagram, social and shit, whatever he posts, whatever club he's at, you go to the fucking club. I'm telling you right now, this nigga will turn you up for the fucking whole night. I'm telling you, bro. Alright, it's coming from GC, Gold Coast, no GC match, that nigga, bro. Hit him up.
Hey.
He's lit, bro.
That's crazy.
And like, he's a prime example of you don't need $1 billion, bro. Because he was just posting videos of him DJing just in his room, bro. Just like literally in his bedroom. If I go to his DJ account, take a shot for me, I think. Yeah, his DJ account. Let me go here. Bro, he was literally just filming videos in his fucking kitchen, bro.
There's a 20v1, nigga. What's a prince to a king? He a son, nigga. Get more love in the city that you run, nigga. Metro, shut your whole ass up and make some drums, nigga. Yeah, I'm a six guy, I'm a front runner.
Fuck if he's like, if he just started, bro, he's straight away just like, you know, just posting shit in his fucking bed. That's what I'm saying. Everyone thinks you need to have a fucking mad setup. This cunt's just in his fucking bedroom, bro. That's what I like, because he doesn't give a fuck. He just posts. He's not all princess about where am I? Am I rich? Do I have fucking $4 billion set up, bro? These decks are $300, bro. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's the shit I like to see. And now he's everywhere, bro. He's in every state. Bro, look at the fucking things he's playing, bro. He's like, you know?
Crazy.
Like, it's, yeah. He's like done full tours with big artists, bro.
How much of it do you think is, because you mentioned like human relations and like people like building connections, so how much of it do you think is like a bit of luck, and how much of it do you think it's like literally just off the back of like your hard work?
What is luck, bro? Luck is just being prepared at the right time.
I agree.
He's smart. He goes out, bro. At the end of the day, what you want to meet people, you got to go meet them face to face. So he did both of them. He set up his profile where he looks good if someone discovers him. He has reels, so if people see his content from over, but then he meets them in person as well. You know? And in 1 year, he's fucking playing everywhere. In literally 1 year.
I always tell people a lot can happen in 12 months. Like sometimes your life can literally change in 12 months.
Bro, like that's what I'm saying. Like, that's all it is. Like, he was consistent. He didn't care. He posted. He just did his thing. He went out. He talked to people. He met them, networked with them, and look where it got him. And you know, like, he ain't like some fucking, like, he's a smart guy, but none of us are fucking like some fucking Einstein, bruv. But it wasn't rocket science, you know? I told him, like, I gave him some guidance. I was like, bro, when you go out, make sure you don't talk shit about anyone. Make sure you keep good relations with everyone. You go out, you DJ, do your thing, hi to everyone, and you leave. Or you could stay back for a bit. But I said, you don't get involved with any beef with anyone. You're just there to make you be peaceful with everyone. You leave because you're gonna need everyone. You don't know when. And the best places to meet artists are in nightclubs.
That's a fact. I feel like a lot of producers are trapped inside their room making beats, and I feel like a lot of producers have enough beats on their hard drive, but they don't have enough time doing anything else.
With real life, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
Understand. Everything is human relations. You need someone to like you to see you. Okay? So what I used to do, bro, what do dudes like in general? Let's be real. I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. Chicks and alcohol. They want to get lit. What I did, and it's gonna sound fucked up, I don't care what anyone says. I was basically like a half pimp without getting paid. Okay? I used to pull up with chicks, bro, invite artists, buy bottles, get them fucking lit with me, have the time of their life, and they used to fucking love me and come, bro. I used to meet them. Oh yeah, I own a music studio. We used to get fucked up, and then they come. They end up coming and become recurring, and then shout me to all their friends. It's human relations, everything. I feel like people have lost that touch with the real world, with this whole like fucking like. That's what I hate, bro. Like all these people, like they don't want to go out anymore. They're all on like some fucking fitness health grind. Oh, and they're like, I have to stay at home and eat fucking chia bowls. Bro, go out your house, bro. Talk to people. Like, everyone's saying, oh, I can do everything by myself. You can't, bro. The guy I work with, people I worked for and people I work with and stuff like that, like, I see it all the time, bro. People are calling their phones like crazy. I got this offer for you. Like, they just give it to you. But you gotta meet people to give it to you. And you're not gonna do that from a fucking computer screen. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Look at the biggest business people in the world, bro. They're still doing seminars. Why?
Mm.
Why are they doing
Big
seminars
facts.
for? They
Yep.
can do. They have 20 million followers in Instagram, 5 million. Why do they need to do a seminar for? Everything at the end of the day still needs to be face to face, bro. And that's what these people forget. That, bro, you want clients? Meet them in the places they are. Meet them in the nightclubs. Okay? Learn nightclub industry. You want clients? Run an event. Put artists on a local lineup. They'll love you forever. Like, you need your name out there. Meet people. That's my recommendation, is leave the house.
The best advice is to show your face and help as many people as possible, and then
That's
maybe
it,
they'll
bro.
return that favor. Yeah, or build that relationship.
People feel obligated psychologically to help you if they owe you one.
You ever ran into a situation where like you did something for somebody, and of course like you don't always expect something from it, but they just absolutely like never considered you ever in the future for anything?
Yeah, you just never speak to them again. That's it. That's it. That's it. Fuck you. Straight
Yeah.
up. That's all the way. Fuck you to the end.
Mm.
Of course it happens, but you know, that's gonna happen. You can't do anything about that.
Mm. So your journey's pretty. I didn't know you had DJ classes. I actually learned that today, like right now. You did not mention that before.
There's so much shit that's happened. I don't even remember it all.
Mm. So we kind of went from like doing like using FL at 16, and then turning 18, 19, like playing soccer in Spain, which is crazy, and then coming back to the state. Not the states, to Australia, and like creating your own studio, and then getting into nightclub. And I'm sure like in between that's when you were doing the DJing thing.
No, I learned to
And
DJ after getting to nightclubs for $30.
oh.
I bought a course for $30. I had a DJ.
Uh-huh. So then, how do you feel? Because you did mention earlier, like people who like run courses are usually people who fail at something. So like, how do you personally feel? Like, because I know when we did talk before this call, you mentioned like you take courses on like everything because you're always open to learn like whatever you're getting into. So how do you personally feel about like purchasing courses or like investing money and your time into things that you want
I'm
to
only
like
buying
learn?
a course off someone that's like 35 or 40 plus.
Um.
If it's to do with money or like finance or anything, 100%. Bro, I do not trust any 20-year-old with showing a Lambo on Instagram or a house
Yeah.
to teach me anything.
Yeah.
Okay, I see it all the time, bro. They're like in some. They're like they're in a fucking house. And you know what? I don't give a fuck. I'll say it. I know some dude. I'm not gonna fucking name names. Who like I was talking to, and I showed him how much I made on the studio, and he's like, bro, like, you know, I'm struggling to like make 10K a month. And then I see this cunt fucking rent out some fucking cheap villa in Thailand with like 5 people, posting fucking videos of it, and then telling people how to make a full-time living off becoming a producer. When like a week ago he was asking me how to do it.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And he has like 30,000 followers. BeatStars has posted him, and I unfollowed him. I'm like, fuck this guy, bro.
Mm.
Why are you talking shit for? But you know, let them live into Lulu lands. It only lasts a couple of years. No one like because you can't fraud it.
Yeah.
You only fraud the kids, the young ones.
Mm. The kids with the mom and dad's credit card. But okay. I'm into it too, but I agree. I have to like do crazy research and read all the reviews before I even get into anything, especially if I'm going to purchase something. So when 2027 comes around and Remek comes out, like, and this is probably gonna be one of my last questions, like, what do you see in the future for yourself, and how quickly do you see like Remek growing? You see it going from 0 to 100 in the first year, first 3 years, or do you think it's gonna be like the long game in the next 10 years? Mm,
No one knows. I might
yeah,
accidentally blow up overnight, or it might take 10 years. Who fucking knows?
Mm. And
I
do you
don't give a
care?
shit
Like,
personally. Nah,
oh, mm,
that's not. I don't rely on like stuff like that as like sources of income. If I wanted income, I'd go buy a fucking cafe or something. Personally,
so what is it for you? Is it more of a passion project, or is it like if this hits, you know it's gonna be so
no,
big? Like,
it'll hit, but software takes a long time to churn to get started.
mm,
Software curve is like this, bro. Year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
right.
That's how it is. When it comes to software, it's very like that, and yeah, that's the thing. When it comes to software, it's not dangerous because I've had software stuff before. It's just a lot. It takes a lot of time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, fucking, you need. My advice to anyone is live life.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to make beats. Trust me. You can make one beat. You know what? I wasn't even making beats when I had the studio. I got other people to make them for me, and I took a cut. I stopped making beats completely.
mm.
But you know what? If you want, I'll give you something that you can give to your people.
Mm.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a little piece of what's it called? I'm gonna give you a little piece of my property that no one has, but you can get it. I'll give you two things, okay? Actually, because I'm gonna hook up your community.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Maybe you can read it as well. Here's a
Okay.
27-page booklet of how to brand anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Anything that I literally import this into ChatGPT, anything,
Mm-hmm.
and I ask a question. And another thing is a book that I was halfway through writing. It's 87 pages basically of everything that had to do with the studio, the numbers, how much money I made from everything, how it worked, every single like take, when the studio closed, when it opened, everything.
Mm.
Legitimate how to make 6 figures as a producer.
Are you saying like I'll be able to link this like on the bottom of the video, like in the
Go for it.
description for
Keep it.
YouTube? Okay.
I'll give you.
Say
I'll
less.
give you. Keep it. All
Say
yours.
less. Okay. So this is gonna be my last question. With that
Yep.
being said, if there's anything you could do to go back in time and speak to your younger self when you officially started, is there anything that you would change to make any difference now if you can go back in time and talk to your younger self?
I don't live with regrets. If I was to say
Mm.
something, it would probably be don't spend money like a dickhead. But I feel like if I didn't spend money then, I would have spent it now and much worse. So
Mm.
yeah,
I feel that.
like
Yeah.
that's about it. Like, but you know what? At the end of the day, you live once, you're gonna die. I have fucking 4 billion stories that will live with me until I die about the shit I've done.
Mm.
And that's what you live for. Stories.
I love that, bro.
When you're talking business with anyone, I'm telling you, you're talking
Mhm.
shit for 2 hours, and sometimes the actual talk gets done, and you're just telling stories
Mhm.
about the shit you've done.
I love that, bro.
You gotta have some cool stories.
Good conversation
The
starters.
only way you get good stories is by doing some crazy shit, bro.
Mm. I love that, man. Tell them where they can find you. All socials. Where would you be at?
Socials, Zahren.au. I got a YouTube that's just Zahren as well. I got an interview up on my YouTube about an interview with my old PA. That's it. And my Instagram is Zahren.au. I'm not really active too much on social media nowadays, to be honest. It's not like my main source of income anymore. I am on the business pages, but like not my personal, because like I'm not selling anything. So for me personally, like there's no need for me to be like active on social media, like on my personal posting, like like this will happen. But I am gonna start doing like vlogs and stuff, like coming like behind the scenes and stuff. So, I mean, if you're
Be
interested
cool.
in looking at that, cool. But other than that, like I'm not super active, but I do post like a lot of like helpful shit on my story all the time to do with like just like anything to do with like making money and stuff like that. So
Nice. Awesome, bro. Thank you so much for hopping on. Crazy story. And you're only like what, 22?
yeah,
Crazy life story. But I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for sharing it.
Legend, appreciate it, bro.
That's it for today's episode of Producer Talk. If you got value from the conversation, be sure to subscribe and follow the podcast for more interviews with producers who are building real careers in the music industry. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you in the next episode.